Hey everybody, it's Judy Klock, your Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator here in Middletown, Virginia, coming to you with another tutorial. Now I'm sure you've seen this everywhere. I'm going to do the double vision card. It's everywhere right now, so I thought I would jump on the bandwagon and show you how to make it. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me switch my cameras. So we're going to start with a very simple one. We're going to use that gorgeous Scenic Coast Designer Series paper. It's just got that beautiful kind of iridescent glow to it. So let's go ahead and get started. So I've got our basic card base, our standard card base, and I'm going to put a piece of basic white on the inside. As you know, I like to add that piece of basic white. I just think it gives the card a finished look. It's a nice way to write your sentiment to whoever you're going to send this to, and just kind of one of the things that I like to do. So we're going to put that in, and then we're going to take our card base and kind of move it out of the way for now. Now I've got here a piece of the same, it's Highland Heather. This is our standard layer, 5 1/4 by 4, and I've taken a piece of the Scenic Coast DSP, and I have cut it into 1/2 inch strips. Now it's very important that when you cut it, you keep the strips in order so that you can get the design to flow across your paper. So it ends up being obviously 8 strips. And now I wanted it to, and as you can see as I'm laying it out, it is keeping it in the order so that the scene flows, because you don't want your scene to be messed up. And this really works well with Scenic Designer Series paper. Now I wanted this one with the sun to be popped up, and you'll see why in a minute. So knowing that everyone is going to be up and down, if I start from the left and I start down, it's going to be down, up, down, up, down. Well, I don't want that to be down. I want it to be up. So I'm actually going to start from the right, so I can go down, up, and that will make that one be up. It doesn't matter which way you start, whether you start from the left, whether you start from the right, just make sure that you're consistent in how you do it. So I'm going to start with the right. And the reason you want to start with a down strip is that it makes placement easier for all of the other strips. I'm just going to add some liquid glue to my strip, and I'm going to turn the paper the long way, just because it makes it a little bit easier. Now remember, I want to start on the right edge, and I'm just going to slide this into place and make sure that all my edges are even. Now, that's why the liquid glue is so beneficial for this, because as you know, when you use the liquid glue, you got a little bit of extra time. I'm going to pick it up and just make sure that I am as close to the edge as I possibly can be. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now the next one is going to be an up strip, right? So I'm just going to lay it down there for now. I'm going to butt it right up against my strip that's right there. And I'm going to add my next strip, my next down strip. I'm going to add some liquid glue to that. And I'm going to make sure that that one strip is on there, and I'm going to add my next strip, my next down strip. Okay. Make sure that this is all good. Everything's tight against each other. I'm going to slide this strip out, and I'm going to place it off to the side, but keeping it in order. If you are so inclined, you can actually write on the back of your strip like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in case you get called away, something happens, you know where you were. But we're going to finish this all in one setting. So I'm going to place my next strip there. Okay, I'm going to come in with my third down strip. Okay. Okay, we got that on there. Make sure that's all good. Going to slide this one out, take that out for a minute. Okay, come up here, our next strip, and we're going to put in our last down strip. Let me make sure this is even. Okay, get that tight against that one. And we're going to add our last down strip, our fourth. So we'll have 4 up and 4 down. Okay. Okay, get that into place. Okay, again, keeping these in order. Now at this point, it doesn't really matter which way I go, whether I go from left to right or right to left. I just have to make sure. So this is my end strip. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals. And I'm going to use about 5 dimensionals on here, simply because I want to make sure that it doesn't buckle. So I'm going to put one pretty near the top and one pretty near the bottom. And then we're just going to put those other 3 somewhere in between. Okay, and again, just it might be easier if I just put this down for a minute. Okay, sometimes it's hard for me to tell if I'm getting these on the strip, but you don't want the dimensionals to show. So just make sure that they're not going to show. Okay, and then I'm going to, let's see if I can get this to work. Usually I can't. That one didn't come off. Sometimes they'll come off and sometimes they won't. It just depends upon, I guess, the luck of the draw. Okay, here we go. And we're going to put this one on. And again, you want it to match tight to the strip that's on there. Okay, can you see the double vision starting to come together? And it works. It looks so beautiful with this iridescent paper. It's just, I don't know, it's just such a pretty paper. And this, I think, just enhances it, this double vision technique. But I got a couple more samples to show you. As soon as we get this card done, I'll show you my other samples. Actually, we're going to be making a double vision card in my June studio workshop class. So hope everybody's ready for this because it is so much fun. Let me see. It's stuck. That's the problem sometimes, is that it gets stuck on my nails. All right. Here we go. We've got our next strip. Oh, make sure you put it in the right way. Blue on the bottom, orange on top. All right, we've got this one coming in, our second up strip. Okay, now we've got our third up strip with that sun. We're going to do something fun with that sun in a minute. You'll see. You know, you got to have a little fun when you're making cards, right? You got to make it interesting and just have fun. So this is that new grid paper that fits the glass mat, and I don't know how I feel about it yet. I mean, I guess I like the fact that it covers the entire glass mat, but I don't know, the edges seem to get stuck on my sleeves and it slides. And it's too wide to fit in my storage drawer, so there's that. Right now, it's just sitting out on my countertop because I tried to put it in the drawer and it's too wide. My drawer is not wide enough. Okay, again, make sure that you have your strip going the right way. Okay, and we're going to put, oops, that's a little bit off. See, sometimes you can see. I'm going to move that over just a tiny bit. And we're going to put on our last strip, dimensionals on our last strip. But what do you think so far? Do you like it? Let me know. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think of this paper and this double vision technique. I think it's kind of cool. I kind of like it. It's a lot of fun to do. I like it when things look difficult, but they're not difficult. And this clearly is one of those, looks more difficult than it is. I mean, the secret is really just keeping your strips in order as you cut them and then putting them on in the right order. That's probably the hardest part. But here we go. Okay, there we go. So now we have our front layer. Let's go ahead and put this on our card front. But isn't that shimmer just gorgeous with that paper? Isn't that pretty? I love it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and use some liquid glue on here because it's kind of puffy. So we are just going to add some liquid glue, get those corners, make sure those corners stay down. I don't like to use a lot of liquid glue because you don't want it to ooze out from the sides or the top or the bottom. So you can always like go in and touch up and add just a little bit. All right. that looks pretty good. Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to add one sailboat. I've got one little sailboat. I cut him out of some two-toned Secret Sea. Because we want to have just a little tiny sailboat because it's kind of like the dark of night here. Not really, but let's put him, I don't know where I want to put him. I guess we'll put him there. You almost can't see him. Maybe move him down a little bit. There we go. Okay, and then I just cut a timid tiger, and I'm going to add him on a spinner. We're going to let our sun spin. Now, you can buy these spinners on Amazon. They're not very expensive. They come in, I don't know, maybe like $9 for 20 of them. I'm going to add this right here. Oops, I put that on the wrong way. Let's go ahead. The little side, no, the big side does go down. The big side goes down, and I'm getting it stuck on my fingers. Okay, and then we're going to add our sun up top. I just cut this out of Timid Tiger. And look, now we can have our sun. We can have a spinning sun on there. How fun is that? I love these spinners. I think they're so much fun. What about you? Do you like the spinners? I clearly like the spinners. All right, I'm going to stamp Happy Retirement on here because we're going to make a retirement card. Okay, Happy Retirement. All right, I'm going to trim this down just a bit because it is a bit long. Obviously, I made it a little bit longer than it needed to be. I'm going to just kind of flag the end, and I am going to trim it down a little bit on the long ways too, just because it is pretty wide, and it's a pretty tiny sentiment. So now I'm just going to add some liquid glue, and I'm going to adhere it to these 3 raised strips. So I'm just going to add a little bit of liquid glue right on the strips. Okay, and then we're just going to add our sentiment right there. So that is the double vision card with a fun little spinning sun. So now here are some other versions. You saw the first one. This was just a different designer series paper from the same pack, just different colors. I kind of pulled out the strawberry slush in this one. This is the one we're going to do in our June studio workshop. This is the sweet Silly Old Bear DSP, and this is the sweet words and labels stamp set and die cut. So I thought that was kind of a pretty thing, and we added some little acorns into the front to kind of tie it. I mean, on the inside to tie it to the front. Now I wanted to do some that went in landscape mode because I do like to do landscape cards. Now these are a little bit different. I made these a little bit wider because I kept this to the 4 by 5 1/4. So you had to make it a little bit wider. If you want to keep it at the 1/2 inch, then you just cut this down to 3 3/4 by 5. But I did not want to do that because I love this scene. It's just, this is such a pretty little scene right from the designer series paper. And we've got Pooh with his honey pot and his signature phrase, "Oh, bother." And then lastly, this is the beautiful gallery. And again, the double vision works so beautifully with like scenic designer series paper. It makes the scene just kind of come to life and just look really beautiful. So that is it for this week and our double vision technique. I hope that you liked it. I hope that these will be something that you are inspired to try. It's very easy. You can do it in landscape or portrait. And you can do it with, it does work without, this is not a scenic piece, but it is sort of all one design. And these are more of a scenic designer series paper. And we added a fun little spinner to that. That's it for me, everybody. Have a great week. I will be on the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip next week, but don't worry. I'm going to work ahead. I'm going to get a video. So there'll be a new video next Thursday. What am I thinking, Tuesday? It's Thursday. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.